see how it goes. Please bear with me. Camera is not always my friend because I love to do things on the fly, hence this impromptu live. So, as you may have noticed if you're following on Instagram, I have worked on and created a collage-based major arcana art collection. So, I have a long love with the tarot. I haven't always seen it as the stereotypical divination device, though. I use lots of oracles and cards, mostly to help me reconnect with the own inner wisdom that exists there. So, the tarot for me has a more of a storytelling element to it, which you may have noticed in some of the articles on Running with Rainbows. We've covered Leonora Carrington's Temperance Tarot card. I love her work. I'm still exploring that. You could explore tarot probably for a lifetime or two. There's also a class on storytelling tarot through the eyes of Remedios Barros. That was the December 2024 class. If you're interested, it is available for subscribing members. If you're not a subscribing member, I invite you to try it out for a month or two. It's only $8 Canadian. And currently, there's over 40 classes available. So if you do subscribe for $8 and you just want to stay for 30 days, you'd have access to over 40 classes to try, as well as Color Wonder was just the last 4 weeks of January, and we're about to launch into a fabulous February full of tarot and the beautiful eternal narrative that sort of exists hidden within those 22 cards. So my question for you, friends, and if you get a chance to answer here, great. And if you're not on here or you get a chance to answer on Instagram, because I have set up a story reel with a poll attached to it, I want to know how you want to learn about the cards. So there's 22, and I have two options for you. One is to do in the traditional order, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's obviously a rhyme and a reason and a method to the madness and a story arc that it occurs when situate yourself within the narrow of tarot narrative, pardon me. Or would you rather it be a bit more random? I'm definitely capable of doing random, pardon me. There's not too many places in my place to sit, so I can either sit on the stairs, which is where I do most of my shooting. So if you've seen any of my class videos, I am sitting on my landing, or as I am right now, trying to remember to stay in one spot, I'm sitting in front of the smartest place I could think of, my bookshelf. So I keep veering because I do move a lot when I talk. I am an educational assistant during the day, and I was a hairdresser for 20 years. So all of this constantly happens when I'm talking, which is a very different thing than doing videos. So how would you like to experience a collage narrative of the tarot? Would you rather I draw a card at random and we explore in depth a little bit about what went into the design and making of each card? This one here, if I can remember how to center it, is Temperance. I love it. They definitely are not carbon copies of Pamela Coleman Smith's work. That you can look for more in the monoprint. Her work entered fair domain a while ago, so it's not totally against the rules to play with her original art in some way. So we're going to do that. But these are based on some limited parameters. So when I entered into this, I knew I could get paralyzed with overthinking, trying too hard to create a cohesive visual narrative through 22 pieces of art can be a recipe for disaster, quite honestly, right? So I wanted to maybe limit my scope. So what I did was I picked, I think it's 5 to 6 books. I put my glasses on. I can't even handle this anymore. It's 5 or 6 reference sources. So there's only 5 or 6 books I allowed myself to pick from. That way I wouldn't be exploring because I have like quite a few books and I'm not necessarily afraid to cut them up, but that could just end up taking forever. And I wanted to see it through. I can't remember what artist said it, but I know I read Austin Kleon lately and he's there on Substack as well. Starting and finishing a project, start to finish, not thinking about it, dreaming about it, maybe niggling at it. No, doing it, hating it, loving it, getting it through to the finish line. So they are done. And if you are interested in seeing the whole collection without any of the information about what is in the actual art or how it relates to tarot, it is on my Redbubble account. So you're welcome to check it out. It is available on awesome, sustainable merchandise. Redbubble is made to order, so they don't have bulk waste. You're not buying from a company that has massive warehouses of my art in it. It just prints what you order. So that's a nice feature I find. And it keeps it small, keeps it affordable, keeps it sustainable, which is what I love, especially with all the fast fashion that's available today. So these will not be available in their original form for purchase. They are available on Redbubble in a print format. You could buy it on a t-shirt, tote bag. There's lots of different options. Gift cards, you could still create your own tarot card collection if you bought each one of these on a gift card or a postcard, and then put them in your envelope and you've got your own little art-based tarot deck. So there's lots of ways around the rules, friends. Um, that's the fun of being an artist, isn't it? So you let me know, leave me a message. There's the chat room, there's the DMs, there's lots of ways to get in touch with me if you want. So I would love to know how you would like to see them. And if you don't want to vote, that's totally okay too. I'm going to bring them to you starting on Friday, one way or another. So thanks for joining me for this so awkward live. I will get my setup situated for Friday. They're not going to be long lives, friends, so I hope you'll tune in. Have a great week. Bye.